Welcome to Good Gaming's Wild Meta Snapshot for May 2017. Wild has taken on an unprecedented state of relevance in the last few months. The first push was in the publication of the Wild Ladder monthly leaderboard, showing the top 200 finishers on the Wild Ladder on all servers. Then Blizzard debuted the first Wild Heroic Tavern Brawl, alongside the announcement that the ladder rankings for the May Wild Ladder would be used to assemble the first Blizzard-sponsored Wild tournament. Just recently, Blizzard has published a 25-page PDF detailing the tournament itself. Prizing is abundant, with $8,000 US going to the first place finisher, with decent chunks of money going out to everyone who lands in the top 8 in the final tournament. Meanwhile, the Wild Ladder is more befitting of its name than ever. With the addition of 130 cards from Unguro and the beginning of the first era in which Standard functions on a very different card pool from Wild, variety is abundant on the ladder. Because of this, for our Wild meta breakdown this season, we'd like to offer something different than a refined concrete tier list, which is unfitting for the current state of the Wild meta. Instead, we've presented strong decks that fit different categories of archetypes. In our Wild breakdown this month, you'll find 4 categories of decks: aggro decks, mid-range decks, control decks, and combo decks. Within each, you'll see some of the most prominent lists. These lists are refined, have been thoroughly playtested by competitive players on the Wild Ladder, and are recommended if you're wanting to bring a strong and consistent deck to your Wild laddering experience this month. You'll also see what we're calling honorable mention decks. Because the Wild card pool is so large, there are some decks that are still fairly strong and notorious, but that are also less common and slightly less powerful or slightly less consistent. The strongest aggro decks right now are Pirate Warrior, Egg Druid, Aggro Shaman, with honorable mentions Quest Rogue and Tempo Mage. The most powerful mid-range decks right now are Secret Mage, Secret Paladin, Token Paladin, Mid-Jade Shaman, with honorable mentions Jade Druid, Dragon Priest, and Mid-Range Hunter. If you're hoping to pilot a control deck, shoot for N'Zoth Reno Lock, N'Zoth Reno Mage, N'Zoth Reno Priest, or N'Zoth Control Shaman, with honorable mentions Quest Warrior and Classic Control Warrior making the list. Finally, for combo decks, we recommend Combo Priest or Freeze Mage, with honorable mentions as Miracle Rogue and Malagos Shaman. One of the biggest trends of the Wild Ladder players should be aware of is the chasm between aggro and control. On paper, this trend makes perfect sense. Aggro decks have all the tools they could possibly want, and are thus perfectly refined. Pirate Warrior is unbelievably fast, consistent, and resilient. It has the best opening plays, the best finishing and burst plays, and even decent sustain and some resource generation. As such a deck sets the pace of the meta, an equally powerful and versatile control deck is absolutely necessary for success against the pace of an aggro-based meta. Accordingly, the 3 flavors of Reno-based control decks are all the strongest options of the opposite style you can pilot. While it might be tempting to toss together a cool aggro hunter or an old school style control grinder mage, the efficiency of the refined archetypes of these 2 polarizing styles simply make it an unsuccessful venture. And this is something that is very important reality of the Wild Ladder that all players should realize before commencing their ladder climbs. A video format is not ideal for breaking down all the different deck lists of the Wild meta, and for this type of information, hop on over to Spark's written article of the Wild meta breakdown for the May season. There you'll find a list presented by name in this video, descriptions of the different archetypes, and a full offering of all 4 categories. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and join in the discussion in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all of Good Gaming's Hearthstone guides and videos.